Bad Bunny continues to dominate headlines across music, culture, and business, marking what many observers describe as one of the most extraordinary peaks in any artist's career in recent memory. The Puerto Rican superstar has already achieved a historic milestone by becoming the first Spanish-language artist ever to win Album of the Year at the Grammys, a recognition that cemented his position as a global force capable of transcending language barriers and conventional industry expectations. This victory was not merely a personal triumph. It represented a broader cultural shift, proving that Latin music in its most authentic forms can claim the highest honors in an awards landscape long dominated by English-language releases. Adding to this wave of momentum, Bad Bunny is preparing to take center stage at one of the world's largest televised events by headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. The announcement alone sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, as the performance is expected to draw hundreds of millions of viewers and further solidify his status as a once-in-a-generation talent. Performing at such a high-profile platform is not just about entertainment, it is a powerful statement about visibility, representation, and the mainstreaming of Latin artists on a scale previously unimaginable. Amid this extraordinary run of achievements, Bad Bunny has quietly made another strategic move that demonstrates his growing influence extends far beyond music. His sports agency, Rimas Sports, has officially entered the podcasting industry, signaling an ambitious expansion into new media territory. The agency, which already manages high-profile athletes and has built a reputation for forward-thinking representation, is now partnering with a major media company to bring a podcast project to life. This collaboration will see the podcast distributed through a platform specifically focused on Latino culture and storytelling. The host chosen for this inaugural series is none other than Ronald Acuña Jr., one of baseball's brightest and most dynamic stars. Acuña, known for his electrifying play on the field and his charismatic personality off it, brings instant credibility and star power to the project. His involvement is far from ceremonial. He has expressed genuine excitement about using the podcast as a platform to explore topics that matter deeply to him and to millions in the Latino community. In his own words, Ronald Acuña Jr. described his enthusiasm for the venture with infectious energy. He explained that while baseball remains his first love and primary profession, he is equally passionate about every aspect of Latino identity, the music that shapes daily life, the family stories passed down through generations, the shared cultural vibe that unites people across borders, and the very real struggles that many face every single day. He sees the podcast not as a side project, but as a meaningful opportunity to speak openly and honestly about both the joyful and the difficult parts of the Latino experience. Acuña emphasized that the show will serve as a space for real conversations. He wants to celebrate the things that inspire pride, the rhythms, the food, the resilience, the humor, while also addressing the challenges that too often go undiscussed in mainstream media. Whether it's navigating systemic barriers, balancing cultural heritage with life in new environments, or simply finding joy amid hardship, the podcast aims to reflect the full spectrum of what it means to be Latino today. The decision to launch under the umbrella of Rimas Sports is significant. Sports agencies have traditionally focused on contract negotiations, brand endorsements, and career management for athletes. By moving into audio content creation, Rimas Sports is positioning itself as a multifaceted entertainment and media entity capable of telling stories across different formats. This expansion also aligns with broader industry trends in which athletes and entertainers increasingly seek to own their narratives and build direct connections with fans outside of traditional game day or concert settings. The podcast itself remains untitled for now, a detail that suggests careful thought is being put into branding and positioning. What is known is that the series is scheduled to debut in early 2026, giving the team ample time to refine the format, secure additional guests, and build anticipation. Given the involvement of Ronald Acuña Jr. and the backing of Bad Bunny's growing business ecosystem, expectations are high that the show will quickly find a dedicated audience. For Bad Bunny, this move represents more than diversification. It reflects a long-term vision of cultural influence. He has consistently used his platform to uplift Latin voices, whether through his music, his fashion choices, his public statements, or now through business ventures that extend his reach. The podcast becomes another vehicle for amplifying stories that matter to the community he proudly represents. Listeners can expect a blend of celebrity interviews, personal anecdotes, cultural deep dives, and unfiltered discussions about identity, success, and adversity. With Acuña's natural charisma and Bad Bunny's cultural cachet behind the project, the series has the potential to become a defining piece of Latino media in the coming years. It arrives at a moment when demand for authentic, community-centered content has never been stronger.